Everybody. This is Linda. Let's talk plants. I tell you, I have a show for you today that I've been so excited all week to show you. I'm going to first tell you about the miracle God gave me last weekend. Then I'm going to show you an amazing and easy way to transplant a plant. So, let's go with the miracle first, because I've been so excited all week to tell you this. Not yet.
No? Okay.
For a long time, I have been wanting the plant Rex begonia, regal minuet. And so Saturday, I had seen a video, Longy, I think was the name of it, greenhouses, and he showcased a regal minuet. Well, now I am really wanting one. So I told Jamie, I said, let's go out and see if we can find one. So we went to several places and couldn't find one. We went to the greenhouse. They didn't have one. So we came home and I was looking online and I said, well, let me see if I can find one online. So I found one at Longy's greenhouse or nurseries, and it was $12.99, $13 for a 2.5-inch pot, probably 3 leaves in it. Then you had to pay $12 for shipping. I said, ain't happening. So I wrote in my journal how disappointed I was, and I said I might end up having to bite the bullet if I really want that plant and pay that much for 3 lousy leaves, but I'm going to pray on it before I make my decision. So I started praying. I said, Lord, please get me the regal minuet. I just love it so much, and let it be a reasonable price. And about 3 hours later, Jamie says he's got to go to Kroger, to the grocery store, pick up some stuff. And he gets there and he sends me a text message, a picture of what? Let me show you what he sent me a picture of. A regal minuet. The plant I have been wanting. It is a rare plant. It is hard to find. And they had one. Jamie, if you can do a close-up of a big leaf and let them see the work inside the leaf, how beautiful that working is, the dark purple, the pink and the red. And that's something the Lord provided exactly what I wanted, and it was $13. $13. Now I didn't have to pay shipping either. So I thought, wow, now that's a miracle. I mean, for days, and I'm still actually praising the Lord for that. That was a wonderful miracle. So I was so excited to tell you about that. Well, the good Lord wants to shower us with blessings. It doesn't matter if it's not something that's going to sustain your life. If it makes you happy, I mean, after all, happiness sustains life too. And so he gave me something that made me very happy. I have fallen in love with Rex begonias, and I've got 2 now. And the next one I want is China Curl, Curl, China Curl. I don't think I'll ever find that unless the Lord wants to give it to me. All right, now let's get on with our lesson today. We're going to learn how to propagate and repot a pothos. Now, Jamie, I'm going to show you first because I want to show it to you before we tear it apart and everything. Jamie, if you'll hand me the pothos.
You want the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to show you how to display things.
Oh.
Now, when I first tried this was just down to here. But this gold thing is a candle holder. And I put another candle holder inside of it to set the pot on. And that way you can display the beautiful, the candle holder is a little taller than I wanted, but you get the idea. The beautiful gold filigree, and you have your beautiful plant hanging over it. Now, all right. Now, Jamie, hand me that one there.
This one?
Uh-huh. Now remember, I got this from Goodwill. That filigree candle holder was from my daughter at Christmas time. See how you can use this as a riser for your plant? Look how much nicer that looks. You never want to put a plant, even if it's in a cover pot, on your furniture, because you will mess up your furniture. And lastly, the wooden box. Now this would be not for this particular. I know. Give me the philodendron. The philodendron would fit better in this because it's not trailing yet. This is another thing that I found at Goodwill. And look how that color of the pot just shows off this green philodendron leaf. And the reason I wanted to show you the philodendron is so that you can learn how to tell the difference between a philodendron and a pothos. Now, Jamie, this is where you're going to have to do some close-up. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I can't see. Hold on. I might have to feel since I can't see. Okay. On a pothos, right here, you see the aerial roots. This one is barely coming out.
I don't know if I can get close enough. Hold on. That little nub, right? Let me zoom in some more.
There's a bigger one on here, but I'm so blind I can't find it. Jimmy don't know what he's looking for. So.
I'm looking at it right there. It's getting blurry, getting too close. All right, now the next one.
Wait a minute, let me see.
No?
I thought I saw it. Okay. All right. Do you see? Where is it, Jamie? I can't see.
It's right here. Yeah, now you're covering it.
No, that's not it.
No, it's right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, see that little teeny thread-like thing?
Hold on, it's not focused. There it is, right there.
See that little teeny thread-like? That's a root. Compared to the pothos, this is a thread, and the pothos is a thick, sort of like a horn. It's so thick. But anyway, that's how you tell a pothos from a philodendron. Now, you can have this back. The pothos and philodendron, they're the easiest plants to transplant. I'm sorry, to
propagate.
Propagate, thank you. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Here we go, Jamie.
Let me just focus it. Hold on. There it is, right? That little nub.
Okay. That is much bigger than the philodendron is. Now, I'm also going to show you a trick on how to transplant. The transplanting with this method is so easy if you are transplanting a fern or anything, even that begonia, anything that has leaves that kind of come over the edge of the plant. And when you're putting new dirt around the root ball, they're in your way, right? Well, we're gonna show you how to take care of that. All right, Jamie, I'm ready for my dirt. Did you moisten it first?
Yeah, it's wet.
All right. Make sure there's a hole in the bottom of your pot, always a hole.
I had to drill that, and it almost broke it. Yeah, be careful when drilling clay.
Okay. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put dirt in the very bottom of the pot. To bring the height of the plant to it's a little bit below the rim of the pot. Let's see. Mash it down good. Let's see here. Now, how can you tell? By putting the plant in. Okay, that's a little bit below the pot. Now, here's the secret. Take this plant out of the pot by pushing the sides in until it comes out. Some nice roots. This is an opportunity to make sure that your roots are nice and healthy when they're light colored like that, and they're not brown or black and mushy. Now here is the kicker. Put this pot in the center, the empty pot in the center. I think I'm going to use my hands for this because my pot isn't wide enough. We did this with the macho fern. And it was such a help because that fern is huge. And as you know, ferns have those fronds that hang over the side. So it's really hard to fill in around the plant if the fronds are hanging there. Now make sure you press really hard around where you're putting the new dirt in, because you want that to form a wall. I can't see anything. I can't see black. Black is invisible to me, so I'm going by feel.
You've almost got it. Move over here.
Now, this wall you're building, it's got to be tightly mashed together, or else when you take the pot out, it'll collapse, and you don't want that. So you're going to push really hard, and that way it'll push up against the pot and form the wall stronger. I think I'm going to need just a wee bit more, right, Jamie?
Almost. You're almost done.
Pushing real hard because we don't want it to collapse when we take out the pot. Am I done, Jamie?
Yeah, it looks good. See if you can take it out.
Now, when you take it out, be careful because you don't want to collapse the pot. The wall. You might have to twist it once. And voila. Now, drop this in the hole where the pot was, and you're done. How easy is that? Now, something I didn't do, and I should have. The root ball, you should have soaked it good with water first so that it'd be thoroughly wet. And then when you placed it in the hole there, you don't have to water. Now we're going to have to water, but we'll do that later. but you want to water it good to make that, it's very dry. Like I said, these pothos are the best beginner's plant because they don't die easily. So we will do that. Now we're going to, you can move that now, Jamie. Thank you. Now we're going to cut it back. All right, you see that? Let's see.
Oh, these legs.
All right. You see that?
Yes.
And let's see.
There's here and there.
You see these? These are all aerial roots. These little teeny things, and this one, and the bigger one. So what we're going to do, because the new plant will come out here in between. Let's see if I can find it. This one doesn't have one yet, but it'll take longer for this one to root. So what I'm going to do is these little teeny weeny ones, I'm going to cut underneath there. Now I'm going to take, I don't think there's any teeny weeny ones here, no. So I'm going to take this excess out here. On this one, on this one, you can do those separately, but I can't see. Okay, how far up do I want to go? I think that's as far up as I want to go, because I want it to still be able to hang over the pot some. Now what you're going to do is this. I forgot to get a something to stick down here.
Hold on.
I'll use my finger. Now what you do is you get you something about the size of a pencil and push a hole into the dirt that you just put in, not in the root ball, but the dirt that you just put in. And then you find that aerial root.
That's right. No, you're covering it up. You're covering it up.
That's up at the
there.
top. Okay. And you stick it down in that hole, and all the way until the root, the aerial root, is in well into the dirt, and then you push the dirt on top of it. Oh my God. I'm doing it in the back of the plant because that's where it needs to be filled in. Boy, I put that in tight. Okay. Now, if you'll keep that moist, and about a month, you will see new growth coming out of the top. I'm washing my hands. And then you know you were successful. Now you might have a problem of losing a leaf. A lot of times when the cutting doesn't work, it's because you didn't get a node or you didn't get an aerial root. A node, which we didn't get, is where the new plant comes out. Sometimes it will still take, sometimes it won't. But for the sake of this demonstration, I pretended there was a node there. An aerial root, if there's not one there, then there's nothing going to come out because that's where the roots take hold. You can also do this in water. When you see about an inch worth of root, then you can transplant it. Now, sometimes, like I said, you'll see where one leaf will die. If you can move your camera over here, Jamie. We did the cutting on this plant as well. And as you can see, one of them is going to die. Well, that's because the cutting, I've got 1, 2, 3 leaves on this one cutting, and the cutting can't support 4 leaves, counting the one that's dying. So it'll continue to lose leaves until it gets to the point where it can support the leaves that are left. Now, this plant was way past that pole up there. And it was long and leggy, and I wanted to thicken it up. And so I just cut it down, completely down to this right here. Can you see that, Jamie?
Yep.
And now I've got new leaves coming out already. And it'll get tall fast. You have to cut that sucker back about every year. And I've neglected it for 2 years because of...
Oh, it was longer than 2 years.
Was it?
It was like 4 or 5 years.
Really?
You didn't do much of anything with that for a while.
Here, take this now. All right, now the next plant was this Dracaena. Oh, this is a split leaf philodendron. And now this Dracaena here, the same thing. I cut off the top. It was very, very, very tall. I cut off the top, and I stuck the cutoff down in the soil. And now there's a new set of leaves getting ready to come out. It'll take another month or 2 before it's where you can tell what's getting ready to happen. But it is a new set of leaves. And this one here, I did the same thing to it. So this is how this one got started. Then I did that one, and that's what you do. You just keep cutting them back and sticking them down into the soil and keep the soil moist, and you will have more plants. Now, not many plants get the advantage of good outside light, but you can still have plants. We use these LED lights. They have the red and blue and white specter on it.
They fit in, you gotta hold on to it. They fit in any regular socket. They can go anywhere. And this one here, as you can tell, is great value. You can get them in like, what, 15, 20 bucks at Walmart.
Yeah. Now, the plants love these, probably love them more than the sun, because we had them out in the garage
Over winter.
And the plants we had out there, the macho fern and the angel trumpet tree, they were actually growing. But then we had a very bad cold snap, and they didn't make it. But they really like those lamps. So if you really want to have house plants and you just don't have the outside light, which we don't, this window and my bedroom window, those are the only 2 that have good lights.
Also, one time during winter, we germinated an entire tray of seeds.
Yeah.
With just the plant light.
Now this plant and the Dracaena, the split leaf philodendron and the Dracaena, they are so easy to take care of. They don't care what kind of light you give it. Just give it some light. And this window doesn't get any sunlight except for reflection off that house next door. And this is its home. This is where it's been for 6 years, and it loves it there. So light can be an issue only if you don't want to go out and buy those plant lights. Again, the way to take care of the pothos is the same way as I told y'all last week. Give it water when it's dry. Now, it's very dry today, and And that's what they like, is for you to let it dry out and then water it thoroughly. What I should have done was soaked it in water and let it get good and wet, but that's okay. I'm going to do that now. But most plants, not all plants, they got to have not wet soil all the time, but moist. Some like it dry, some like it wet, some like a fern. A fern likes it mostly wet, but a cactus and a succulent, they want it dry. Most of these plants that I have like to be dried out good before you water it again. And next week I'll be showing you those plants. But I thought today I had to share my miracle with you, and I had to share my easy way to transplant a plant that has got too many leaves and fronds and whatever. This just makes transplanting so much easier. If you have any questions, just email me. My email address is always underneath all my videos. And if I don't know the answer, I'll be happy to get it for you. I also try to write up something on each plant that I'm going to do to kind of put in my mind what I want to tell you, so I won't forget. I might have forgotten already, but who knows. But I can always email you that too. So lastly is showcasing your plant. Not too many people really accentuate this topic. When you buy a plant, a lot of times you want it to accentuate your decor. A lot of times you buy them because you love them, like me. I don't have a decor anymore, so there's no accentuating decor in my house anymore. Our house is full of technology. It doesn't look like a house.
That's my decor.
But if you have a decor that you have spent a lot of time and money on, when you buy a plant, think about where you're going to put it, how you're going to showcase it. That pothos, where is it, Jamie? That pothos will be beautiful on when it gets longer. Don't let it get real long, because they get long and leggy and unhealthy. Just let it drip about this far. It looks gorgeous on a fireplace mantle. It looks gorgeous on a shelf. Any place where it can hang off, because these white variegations just jumps out at you. You want to put your plant in a spot that is going to make your room look better. That's what picking out pretty pots, pretty cover pots, pretty stands. Make sure that they match your decor. You wouldn't put some retro something in a traditional decor. Now, antiques go with everything. You can't go wrong with an antique. So think of that when you are buying your pots and your cover pots and your risers. How is it going to look? Where are you going to put it? How are you going to make your room look better with the plant? That kind of thing. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the miracle and the repotting technique. Bye-bye.